You and I for the love of the pride. You and I for the love of the pride. You and I for the love of the pride. All ready to ride for the love of the pride.
Champions and scholars, what's going on? This is your man Hanif.
Civ Jones on set.
Then my man Jah'son. Welcome to Creators for
What
Life,
the
man.
deal? How you?
Welcome,
great,
welcome,
man.
welcome.
How's everything?
Yo, I'm giving thanks for life, you know what I mean? Giving
Yeah.
thanks to be able to be here, sharing this space with you all, Creators for Life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, man. You know, Jah, let's get right into it. Let's just start with the pride. Let's just get right into that.
Let's get into the pride of Kyro.
This particular podcast, shout out to Ejani Kamal, the writer and creator of it. I remember when you had auditioned for the show, and Civ, it was like he read one line. I think I take that back. He read a paragraph of his character, and there was like no do-over. There was no like, well, EG came to me. She was like, well, we found out Kingston. So just tell us about your character, Kingston Carter.
Well, first of all, I got to give thanks to you for giving me that faithful call.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it was wild because 2 weeks prior to you calling me, I just got on a podcast, a voiceover training, a free voiceover training, because I said that's what I wanted to do. Write commercials and things of that nature, something I've done in the past. So I was like, voiceover acting, that's going to segue me into acting. So that's what I want to do.
It's natural.
Then I get a phone call from my man's them, and he's like, yeah, man, my sis, she wrote some books and got her to chop one down to make a podcast, and we're gonna be shooting this this podcast drama, and I have a character that's just right. I said, hold on, before you even finish, you're not about to tell me 2 weeks after I done did this voiceover training that you got a part for me?
Yeah.
That's just for me?
Mm-hmm.
Just for me. I don't know if y'all remember that, back in the day.
You're
But
aging
boom.
yourself.
So I was like, yo, I'm with it.
Right.
Called a couple of other people,
You
to
did,
come
you
through. I
did,
was
you
like,
did.
yo, let's come through. And, read what I was going to be doing. And first and foremost, if he brought it to me, I already knew it was going to be gold. And he said, just for me. And I read the character. I was like, I can get into this.
Okay.
I can get into this right here. Kingston, he's a
Hothead.
yeah, he's a hothead. He likes to do what he want to do because he want to do it. Don't really. I mean, he cares, but he don't care at the same time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's always into something. And then he has this overbearing father who's, always at him, and he's always the one that is always him. And I was like, that reminds me of me and my brother.
Right.
I can slide up into that portion of it. And the more I read it, and I was just blown away. And I knew it had to be something I had to be a part of. I was blessed to be even brought forth on it. And then the fact that I brought some other people and they read their parts and they got a part of that. And, we can't wait until you
It was history.
interview, Kyro and whatnot, because he actually slid up in there when somebody was late. Yo, you can't be late when it's your time.
Right.
But yeah, and the rest is history. I just thinking back to that audition, it was beautiful, and I'm glad to be a part of this this momentous feature, this journey of Pride of Kyro.
So speaking of the Pride of Kyro and Kingston Carter, one of the things that you said was that before that you got the role, that you wanted to be a voiceover actor. Now, where did that come from? What did that drive? What made you decide? Because voiceover acting is not one of those things that is known that you can do. But what was it that was about voiceover acting that you wanted to get into?
Well, first, I myself, Jah'son, I'm a character, period. I mean, there's three people that I love that I get along with that we ride for life, and that's me, myself, and I. We
Okay.
have a ball together. We have a ball straight
Yeah.
up, and I already, know I'm just like a character. And I was at a meeting for Black Man Lab, and that's a safe, sacred, and healing space for Black men here in Atlanta. And one of my brethren, he stood up and said he does voiceover acting. I said, yeah. I want to do that because that brings out that creative side,
Got you.
excuse me. And I really wanted to explore that portion of me, to get a character and embody it and then bring it out. And you just hearing it, but you hearing it, but I really want you to see it as well. So I was like, yeah, voiceover. I want to start there.
The difference with um voiceover and film, right? It's it's two different it's two different playing fields, but you find that um doing this project that voicing it allows the listener to really illuminate the characters in their mind,
Mhm.
right? The scenes and everything like that. So if you can take us through your process through the audition, and then when lights, camera, action, you was in the studio, like bringing Kingston out, was you thinking about that? Like, I need to get into character, but let my voice be the the visual for the audience.
Yes. Just thinking forward to that, it was really anytime I'm giving something, I'm thinking I want to embody whatever it is that I'm giving.
Mhm.
So, okay, you're giving me a backdrop of who this character is. Where is he from? What is he supposed to be? Or who is he supposed to be in this overall uh, um, not just the scene but the overall landscape of the fullness of it, and then in this scene what's going on so I can capture the emotion. And that's the biggest thing for me,
Mhm.
is capturing the emotion of the character, because you can't see me,
Mm-hmm.
but I want you to feel what I'm saying.
Mhm.
If I'm angry, then I have to be angry, but in a way that, how would I be angry, and how would my words come out? How would I put that? I wanted to make sure I do that. If I'm supposed to be clowning, I want to, clown. And
Mm-hmm.
this particular character allowed me to kind of be me in a sense, in a lot of ways, and have a good time with it.
Yeah.
So that's the fullness, is really capturing the emotion of what this person is supposed to bring out in this particular scene, so that I can give that, so that although you don't see it, when you hear it,
Mhm.
you see it, if that makes sense. That's
Absolutely.
why I say this podcast drama is the podcast drama that you see with your ears.
Mm-hmm. So, as a creative and a creator, when was the first time that you realized that you could use your voice to create your art?
Oh, when I was a shorty. Um, I'm originally from a small little planet they call Brooklyn.
Okay.
Brooklyn, New York. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
Bed-Stuy initially.
Best
Right.
start till I die.
LG.
Let's die till
Out
we
there,
die,
Right.
baby.
went to Queen of All Saints and
Okay.
whatnot. And
All right.
you know, I come from a time and place. I'm a '70s baby, and back in our days, there was no rappers, just MCs that
Mhm.
rap.
Okay.
And I came in that era, so that we were beating on the on our desk, rhyming like similar to what they do today.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
that's what we were doing, and that's, I guess, when I knew about my voice, when I first was trying to emulate the rappers and do that. And then I remember writing plays
Mm-hmm.
in class and whatnot, and doing that. So I would also be acting in the plays in school and stuff like that.
Right.
And then getting into high school, when I was coming into myself and really becoming an MC my own self. And then when there was an event for the school, I will write about the event, and then I'll be rhyming over the loudspeaker for those things. But I always had a voice. So that's when I, started knowing my voice when I was a shorty coming up, and learning about my voice and what it can do.
If you like this podcast, we have some more creators coming up. Don't miss an episode. Make sure you like, comment, and share so you can be a part of this Creators for Life family.
If you're a creative, we're creatives, and we'd love to create with you. On that note, God bless. We'll see you next time. Peace.
You and I for the love of the pride. You and I for the love of the pride. You and I for the love of the pride. All ready to ride for the love of the pride.